When our law school was founded in 1973, we looked around at other law schools and decided that we wanted to stop talking about what was wrong with legal education and start transforming it. Since our founding, we have cultivated an innovative spirit with a mission to educate our students to be pioneering, principled, and practice-ready. After careful consideration, we are seizing an important opportunity to suspend our participation with U.S. News and World Report rankings. It is our opinion that the rankings are seriously flawed, have an outsized negative influence on legal education, and are inconsistent with our values. Among its flaws, U.S. News negatively influences law schools to place too much emphasis on standardized tests and undergraduate GPA metrics, working to disadvantage students who show merit in other ways. Some information collected by U.S. News isn't publicly available, nor is it subject to vetting or authentication. The rankings erode support for public interest careers, disadvantage students who have to take out loans to go to school, discourage innovation, and do not reflect the realities of a modern law degree. In practice, they often disadvantage STEM majors and students who have prior work experience. We believe that a marketplace so heavily influenced by a monolithic ranking system is detrimental to legal education and to the legal profession, which needs great lawyers now more than ever. Notwithstanding our decision to suspend participation in the rankings, we remain committed to sharing relevant data with prospective students so that they may make informed decisions. By any measure, our school has always been one of the top law schools for intellectual property. We recognize that many of our alumni, students, faculty, and staff take great pride in our world-renowned IP specialty rankings for every year in U.S. News since they began more than 30 years ago. However, our success in this ranking system is not based on factors that benefit students, like curriculum, employment, program breadth or depth, but on data derived from a survey asking professors to rank schools on a scale of 1 to 5. It's time that even schools who have done well on this metric, especially schools who have done well, to stand up for what really matters. Our reputation as a leader in IP predates the U.S. News rankings and will remain so regardless of these specialty rankings. In fact, we believe that by freeing ourselves from the strictures of U.S. News, we will be able to continue our path to innovation and strengthen our reputation in this field in ways that benefit students and the practice of intellectual property. To our current students, you might have questions about how this decision might impact jobs. In close consultation with our Dean for Career Services, we have full confidence that our grads will continue to have access to the same employment opportunities. To our wonderful network of alumni, I've listened to your concerns about how this decision might impact Franklin Pierce's strong reputation, particularly as a leader in the IP field. I can tell you that Franklin Pierce has been an IP powerhouse since 1973, and that our brand is based on the strength of graduates like you. To our faculty and staff, I appreciate the robust discussion we've had about this important decision, and I thank you all for reminding me and all of us how important it is to stand up for principle. And finally, to our prospective students across the country and around the world who are currently weighing all of the available information as you consider where to go, avoid over-reliance on any single source for decision-making. Look at outcomes, bar passage, employment, programs, talk to folks at various schools, alumni. And as always, our admissions team is here to help you navigate your journey and answer your questions to ensure that you ultimately make the best decision for personal goals and needs. There are two quotes that keep sticking in my head. The first is something my dad said to me: "You get what you measure, so be careful what you measure." Having this one monolithic ranking system of U.S. News that disadvantages students in schools, fails to promote equity, doesn't celebrate innovation, and ends up wasting tuition dollars on law schools marketing to one another, that's not good for legal education, and it's not good for students. The second quote is a Spider-Man quote. With great power comes great responsibility. We, law schools, have the power to do what's right here, and I'm grateful to the schools that came before us to make this possible. This is a decision we do not take lightly and is informed by conversations and engagements with a wide range of members of our law school community. These conversations remind me how honored and privileged I am to lead a school and a community of alumni, students, faculty, and staff that care deeply about our school, our reputation, and our mission. I firmly believe that by suspending participation in the U.S. News rankings, we can best fulfill our founding vision to stop talking about what's wrong with legal education and to continue to transform it. Because we need powerhouse lawyers now more than ever.